Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Making an Impact with Zebu Nation. And today we have for you what we've been waiting for all season, the MLS Playoffs 2022, Major League Soccer Playoffs. We're talking about playoffs, that's right. And it is, we got the bye into the semifinals of the Eastern Conference because, of course, we won the MLS Supporter Shield. That was the goal for this season, win the Supporter Shield. So now we're looking to add a little bit of gravy to that chicken dinner, the old chicken dinner of MLS Supporter Shield. I don't know. I don't think that analogy really works. But anyway, we're sticking with it. We're going to play NYCFC. And of course, can't just tell you that. We got to look and see how we got here. So how did we get here? Well, we got here through the wild card. Atlanta United lost to NYCFC in extra time, 4-3. On the other side, well, not the other side, well, I guess the other side of the Eastern Conference, DC United beat the Red Bull 2-1 in the wild card. Remember, the wild card is just a one-game play-in. So NYCFC was the lower-ranked team, so they're going to play us because we were top-ranked, and then DC United is, of course, going to play New England in their matchup. Now, on the other side of the league, in the Western Conference, Colorado defeated Real Salt Lake in penalty shootout. And meanwhile, Seattle trounced Vancouver. I kind of thought Vancouver was better than that, but, in a one-game playoff, you never know what's going to happen. Seattle has always been a capable franchise. Very good playoff traditions there in Seattle. So there we go. It's going to be Colorado versus Portland and Seattle versus Houston. Some very good matchups there in the Western Conference. But we don't need to worry about that. We just got to worry about ourselves today. So we're going to get to some stuff that we have to talk about. But first, we're going to go to the medical center and look what's up because we got some significant injuries. 3 very important players here. Hector Valenzuela, our young rookie phenom striker, out. He's out for a month, perhaps. 11 days to 4 weeks. We'll see how. So, probably minimum 2 weeks is what we're looking at there. Eric Lopez, our sensational midfielder, is also injured. He'll be coming back to full training tomorrow, but I don't think we'll risk him in the game because, he's got some injury susceptibility, increased injury risk. We're going to let him rest a little bit. And then, of course, the phenomenal target man, Matt Johnson. He's out also for another few days. We're not going to risk him either with those pulled knee ligaments. That's always, a pulled knee ligament could turn into an ACL tear pretty easily, so we don't want to worry about that. But on the bright side, we did get Carlos Alberto back. He's had a calf strain for I don't know how long, but forever. It seems like the whole season. But he's been out for at least the fourth quarter of the season. We're getting him back. He's still fairly match fit, 78%. So we'll see what we can do with old Carlos Alberto, who is honestly one of our best players, if not our best performer. I mean, he's played well this season. He's got a lot of talent, a lot of ability. Look at him. Valued at $5 million, so he's also one of our most valuable players. And we'll see what we can do. Yeah. So I guess that's all we need to do for now. Let's move ahead a little bit. Going to go, of course, with formation number 2 to start things off. See how that goes in the first round. Well, in the first game, I guess the first leg. Yes, let's use some terms here. First leg. So here we go. Formation number 2. We got some partnerships here, there, and everywhere. Let's go. Hand that over to the assistant coach. Went on a little break, not in the game, but in real life. Took a little holiday, an actual one, where I got in a car and drove several hundred miles to another location. Didn't just sit at home for a week. But I'm back now, back in the swing of things. Got some contracts set to expire. Duvern We got to decide if we're going to offer him a contract or not, because recently he came back and said that he'd actually be willing to sign a contract with us. His value has dropped to $600,000. I think that's because he's at the end of his contract. I think that if we offer him a new contract, his value will go back up to at least whatever we offer him the contract at. But we'll see. I don't know. The rest of these guys, probably not. Probably not going to offer these guys. Possibly Tim Delgado, but not really feeling it at the moment. Joseph Mendez, too old. Get out of here. Yeah. So we'll think about that. But not now. Now we're focused on the playoffs. Focused on what we can do versus NYCFC. So here's the matchups. Looks like Colorado and Portland had a 2-2 draw in their first leg. So it's an interesting way to start out their Western Conference. 2 away goals for one of those teams. 2-2 draw also for DC United and New England. Now remember, we don't want to face DC United. They smashed us earlier. Well, not earlier in the season, just a couple of weeks ago. They smashed us 4-1, was it? Yeah. So I got a bad feeling about DC United. It's not that we couldn't beat them. It's that I got a bad feeling. I think the matchups aren't quite right. I think their striker's a little too good for our defense, and we don't like that. So would hope to avoid DC United, but if we have to play them, we have to play them. So we got some problems here. Alberto recommended to be limited to 75 minutes. That's okay. Matt Johnson, capable of playing in the forthcoming fixture, still a little unfit. So we're going to rest him for at least one game, bring him back next game if necessary. So here we are, NYC. We are 6-4 favorites. I got a little controller problems right now. It's like the controller has a mind of its own. I'm not sure what to do about it, but we'll try to soldier through. So if you see anything weird happening, like the screen suddenly shifts to the bottom, that's just the controller being weird. But anyway, NYC. Let's take a look at the schedule and see how we did versus NYCFC. Let's see. 1-1 draw not too long ago. That was a home game, so we got to be a little bit more aggressive at home, I think, versus old NYCFC. Anybody else there? They are 3-1 loss away. Take a look at this game. We played formation number 2 against them, and they killed us. Tajuri got the player of the match with an 8.3 and a goal. Their front line killed their wingers. Their attacking midfield killed us with 3 goals. Average of, over a 7 rating against us. So we got to watch out for NYC. Maybe it's not a good idea to play what we're playing against them, but you know what? We're trying to get an away goal here. So we're going to try to do that. Now, it would be nice if we didn't lose 4-1, but you know what? Stranger things have happened. Okay, so here we are, formation number 2. Got an interesting bench going on today. I tried to put the most fit players we could on the bench, but there's not a lot of them. So Mendez, we're going to have him in at the reserve striker and right wing. You got Leonard on the bench. He can play left or right wing. That's good. Shamit Shom, midfield or advanced midfield. Cervantes, the rookie, he can play all over the midfield, so that's good for him. Bernstingle, reserve at left. Fullback, Vallo, reserve at right. Fullback, he can play left a little bit, but that shouldn't be necessary. And then Montero is our reserve keeper, which hopefully we will never use him for any reason. And let's go. I don't want an early exit. That would be terrible. We're going to play 2 games today, by the way, so this could be a little bit longer of an episode. But anyway, NYC, Dida in goal, Allen, Matarita, Hatunji, Garcia on defense. Ring, Diskerud. And there's the midfield. Tajuri, Para, Sabechu. Rodrigo up top. So it's a bit of a different lineup than faced us last time. Who's this Para character? 22 years old. Some sort of generated player, shadow striker of all things. Nice pace, acceleration, some dribbling, but not really a lot to be afraid of here. 14 appearances, no goals, no assists. 6.6 rating. So I think we're okay facing him. Meanwhile, we got, of course, Thiago in goal, Dasovic, Jaguar, Chevalier, Duverne on defense, Agor, and Andre in the midfield. You saw that Lopez was injured, so that's no good. On the wings, we flopped Petrasso back to the right-hand side and brought in Alberto. That's right, we're going to play him. Going to throw the young man back in there. He's right back from injury. We're going to see what he can do. He is still our leading assist man after all those weeks out. But he's still riding high. If we could possibly see it, there it is. 10 assists on the season in 26 starts, 7.28 rating. Like I said, one of our best performers this year. Can't leave him out for the playoffs. Boyce and Kyle Laren up top as the strikers. So let's see what we can do here. Pep talk. I fully expect you to keep our run going. Okay, only Duverne is happy with that. Set our instructions. Okay, that looks pretty good, actually. Looks like 31 might be coming forward. So, you know what? We'll just close down on both fullbacks just in case. In case they decide to get tricky. And let's go. The absence of Valenzuela is sure to be felt. Actually, it would have been nice to have him. But we'll deal with things as best we can. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, he's a promising youngster, but we don't need him. He's not integral to what we're doing. He's just a luxury at this point. So Tunji's going to bomb it forward. Duverne is going to settle it down, and there ends the first highlight. All right. Let's see what we got going on. NYC is probably going to dominate possession. That's kind of what they like to do. Not too bad, 60 to 40. Okay, that's pretty bad. 60 to 40 is pretty bad. We've had worse. We've had worse this season. There was that one game where we had like 32% possession or something like that. Yeah, we really struggled with possession. No duh. Here is the first proper highlight of the game. 13 minutes in. Para nearly gets it stolen. Ring gets it forward to Rodrigo. He's triple covered. There's Para. Pafak, woof. I don't remember that name. Is he midfield? Did I just read some weird name? I don't know what that was. Here's a throw-in. Really bad throw-in. Rodrigo gets the ball stolen almost. Tujuri with the back kick. Good defense. He looked offside. I'll be very honest with you there. But that was some good defense by Chevalier. Here is the corner from Tujuri for NYC. Sends it up high. Boyce is there. Gets it to Andre. Andre starting the counterattack. Straight down the middle. He's got Alberto on the wing. He's through. He's in on goal. Oh, off the crossbar. A little rusty. It's okay. Understand. Probably going to have to take him out in the second half. We'll cross our fingers. Hope he doesn't get injured. Being overrun in the midfield, that's fine. Got our possession up to 42%. Not great, but it seems to be holding right around there, 42, 43%. 25 minutes down in the first half. We're looking okay. You know, like I said, I want to get some away goals and start things off properly. Alexander Ring with the yellow card. Here's the first corner for us. Petrasso sends it in. Chevalier got his head on it, but couldn't get it on target. That's the story of his life in these corners. He can get there. He just can't finish the deal. He's not a good closer. .39 and counting. 40. Hotunji looks like he might have picked up a little bit of an injury for NYC. Dasovic, meanwhile, on our side, picks up a yellow card. Agor not playing too well. Laren not playing well. Nobody is playing particularly well offensively right now. Defense is doing okay. And there's halftime. See what sort of see what Wilfred has to say. Nothing but possession. He just wants us to keep possession. We need to try to retain possession. I don't think that's a good idea. Normally in this situation, what do? We do the opposite. More direct passing. I'm going to try to work the ball in the box, but other than that, give it a little bit of a boost. All right. Pep talk. Passionate. We've been the better team. Keep going. You can still... this is a great opportunity to show the experts have been right. There we go. We got two guys. We got Dasovic and Andre to give us the old thumbs up on that. All right, so we'll try bombing it ahead and see if we can get lucky with some sort of counterattack. You know, Jaguar is going to send it forward, but that's about it. You know, maybe we could take advantage of Hotunji and his injury by bombing it forward. See what we can do. Yeah, 50 minutes. Scoreless away draw. How does that work for us? Not great, but also not bad. You know, considering last time we played at NYC in Yankee Stadium, we lost pretty badly. Hotunji's down to 16%, 58% and falling. We'll make a slight change here. Going to try to hit early crosses. You know, we got two big target man type dudes. See if we can send it into them. Matarita. Hotunji is falling apart. Petrasso's got a yellow card. Here we go. Dasovic with a throw-in. Gets it to Boyce. Drops it back. Dasovic sends it into nobody. Mix heads it out, but Jaguar is going to lazily get to it. Sends it forward to Alberto. He's got three defenders on him. He sends it in. There's Kyle Laren, back post. He finishes a rebound. There it is. That's what we're talking about. Jaguar takes his time. Sort of flips it ahead to Alberto. Alberto, around two men, sends it back post. Great save by Dita, but he can't get up in time to save the rebound. Kyle Laren making things happen. Their defense is dying. All right, 75th minute. Bring Cervantes in for Alberto. I'm going to make him advanced playmaker. Give us somebody to sort of give the ball to. If something else happens, something weird happens, we can shift him over to advanced playmaker and sort of, you know, try to play the possession game. But right now I'm just going to let the clock run. The clock's running, it's fine. We don't, I mean, that's the only reason, in my opinion, to keep possession is to run out the clock. It's like the strategy in American football where you just try to keep the ball away from the other team, run out the clock, and here we go. 3 minutes of stoppage. Their team is just dying out there. Here we go. 1 minute to go. Chevalier sends it forward to Cervantes. Forward to Boyce. Back to Cervantes. Cervantes trying to make a play. Gets to Andre. Kyle Laren's got Boyce. He's going to shoot that. No, great pass back to Kyle Laren. Ooh. Boy, that was a good pass. Dita, though, making the good first save. 20 seconds. Andre off the corner, but Dita is there again. He's a good keeper, man. We only beat him on the rebound. But I don't know if it's their poor offense or our good defense that has kept NYC off the board. Let's not speak too soon. Oh, that was a risky foul there by Duverne. He's going to earn a yellow card for that one. Second of the season, but he may have saved a goal opportunity. Now they get a free kick here. Elias off his own man, not offside. 30 seconds overdue. He sends it back in. Duverne heads it out. There it is. Yes. Okay. Away leg victory. I mean, look at the difference in fitness. Granted, they did have to play a wild card game. But look at them. They're down to 50%, 50%, 60%. Meanwhile, none of our guys are below 70. 71, I think, is our lowest. We're just able to outrun them. That's one of the benefits of having a youthful, athletic team. And also having a week off helps as well. Good win. Well done, boys. Let's go. Leave the match. Got some of our loan players coming back pretty shortly here, but we're not going to be able to register them because the registration is, of course, closed. So, NYC are brushed aside. Yes, indeed. Yep. Let's see. What did I want to look at? I wanted to see what happened in the other games. Did anything else happen? Yeah. So Colorado 2-2. Houston beat Seattle 3-2. Okay, that's the only other result we hadn't seen yet. So other than that, we got 2 draws. And then we beat NYC and Houston beat Seattle. So could be looking at Montreal and Houston in the MLS Cup final. But we'll still got a couple of games to go before that. So I'm going to pause it here, get to the second leg, and then we'll worry about the MLS Cup at some other point. So hang on. Pause. Okay, we are back with the second leg of the Eastern Conference semifinals. Nothing weird happened, nothing major, no injuries, nothing crazy. We do have international break coming up, which is one of my little pet peeves about MLS, is this 2-week international break between the conference semifinals and the conference finals. Makes me lose interest, quite honestly, in the season. But we'll power through that. But that happens right after, immediately following this game, is when the international break starts. We got about 9 players going out on international duty, and that's after I said 3 or 4 I denied and said they can't go. Kyle Laren and basically our whole defense was going to go play for Team Canada, so we said no to that. But there are a few people going out, but nothing you can do about it. Well, there is something you can do about it, but you know what? It's reserves can go out and play. That's fine, but I just don't want our starters and our star players going out there getting injured on international break when we're in the middle of the friggin' playoffs. All right. So anyway, we are 7-4 favorites. Let's go. Gonna change nothing. We got some players back from injury, but I'm gonna keep everything the same. I think, with the exception, I'm gonna bring Lopez in for Shamit Shom on the bench, and then we're going to bring in Matt Johnson for Mendez, also on the bench. So we're gonna have sort of our most fit players on the bench, at least our most match fit, if not physically fit. None of those guys were like, oh, they'll die if they play, so we'll put them in there at least as substitutions, let them run through the practices and whatnot, get ready for the games and see if they're ready to go. So here we are at home, Saputo Stadium. At least it should be. Unless FM messes it up. FM messes up the home and away leg all the time in the MLS playoffs. But we'll see. All right, dressing room, let's go. I didn't mean to hit that button twice, but I did. So no pep talk, no analysis. But let's change that a little bit here. Let's do exactly what we did last game. Okay, there we go. So we get the kickoff. Duvern forward to Petrasso. Back to Agor. We got turnover. Hatunji sends it forward, and there ends the highlight. I was going to say we have proper highlight off the bat, but nope. All right, so 2 minutes in. New York brings it past midfield on a free kick. Ring forward to Gribben. Didn't even look at the lineups. Petrasso sends it forward on the steal. Kyle Aaron starts the counterattack. He's got Boyce. Boyce cannot get there. Not a great pass and not a great effort from Boyce. Dida to Hatunji. Bombs it forward. Dasovic wins the header. But Gribben gathers it in for NYC. They're bringing it downfield across the center line. They're doing their methodical play, but they just don't have the playmakers in there right now. And now here's Boyce sending it forward. Kyle Aaron wins the ball. Great pass to Andre. Oh, Dida on the save. Boy, that was a nice little back pass from Kyle Aaron to Andre. Here we go. Corner. Sends it in. Chevalier can't get ahead on that one. Kyle Aaron, though, brings it in. Is he going to send it out wide? No, he sends it right back in on Dida, who has been a pretty solid keeper. He doesn't look rushed. He's made every save except for the one rebound. Not made a good job of possession today, of course not. Briggs is now the one who's looking pretty tired there on defense. Hatunji is back. He's recovered from his little injury or whatever it was that made him lose so much fitness in the last game. Oh, speaking of injury, Rivera, who was in at striker, is now out. 22 years old. Yeah, he looked okay. Here we go. 22 minutes in. Thiago bombs it downfield. Puts the boot to that one. Can't get it to Kyle Aaron. Rios gathers it in for NYC. Mix is going to try to bring it across the midline. He does to Pafak. Pafak down the near sideline. Nope. NYC playing that possession style. Let's see if our defense can get another steal, another counterattack. Mix tries a ball forward. Nope. Jaguar. We're playing with it. We're playing with it. Duvern with an awful touch. I mean, I didn't like that deal from Thiago. He shouldn't have passed that out the way he did. I mean, this was fine. Jaguar drops it back, and then Thiago just, ugh. I mean, it wasn't an awful decision by Thiago, but I wouldn't have done that. What was awful was that touch from Duvern. Not happy about that. All right, here we go. Petrasso steaming down the far sideline. Sends one up for Boyce. Heads it back. Agor can't win it. And here's NYC trying to catch us on the counterattack. But Jaguar bombs it forward. Boyce again. Back and forth we go. Dasovic wins it at midfield. Gets it forward to Alberto. Alberto sends it back post. Kyle Aaron is there. Easy goal. What happened to their defense? Number 4. Not looking so good on that cross. He just lost the cross or lost Kyle Aaron or both. Here it goes. Briggs, the culprit on that one. Alberto just sort of loops one in there and Briggs just loses it. I mean, the goalkeeper probably should have came out of his net and got that one at its highest point. There we go. Tie it up. We're still ahead aggregate, 2-1, so that's all right. A little bit more back and forth this game than the first leg. Oh, here we go. Corner. Petrasso sends it in. Hatunji wins the header, but Alberto's gonna just bomb it into Boyce, who looked incredibly offside, but no, I guess not. We're gonna get a throw-in out of it on the far side. See if we get a highlight from this. Saputo Stadium rocking and rolling. Big New York contingent there in the end zone, or whatever you call that. Anyway, here's Boyce. Free kick. Sends it out to Kyle Laren. Can't win the header. The ball is free, but Duverne is there for some reason on the left side of the field. Petrasso is going to look to make a play. Nope, drops it back to Chevalier. He's just going to bomb it ahead to Andre. I thought there was going to be a foul there, but I guess not. New York trying to start the counterattack with Rios. Agor's trying to slow things down. Rodrigo's in the game now. Jaguar can't win it. Gribben. Ugh, his shot was just wide. Just wide. That was a little bit of a gamble there by Jaguar. That's okay. I guess it worked out. Hey, yay. Boyce not playing too well. You know what that means. You know what we could do. We could bring in the Magic Man, Johnson, but we'll save that if NYC ties it up, which would mean, like, if they get a second goal, they'll go through on away goals, so we can't have that. Pep talk. No. Passionate. Great opportunity to back you up. Yeah. No, that didn't work. All right, start the second half. Sort of paralyzed here by what to do. Do we bring in the Magic Man? Do we switch up formation and go possession? I don't know. Rodrigo playing that left wing. It's an interesting spot for him. Possibly playing wide target man. It's not unheard of. Here we go. Petrasso. Chevalier wins it to Jaguar. Yes. Defender to defender. We know Chevalier is not good at putting the ball on the net. Nice cartwheel by Jaguar. But if he can head it down to a teammate, you know, that's perfectly good. There's a nice little nod. And then Jaguar finishes it off. Okay. 3-1. We got a little bit of a cushion. Whoa, I just smashed into everything. Hopefully you didn't hear too much of that. I just smashed my microphone away. Trying to do something. All right, 54 minutes. Let's go. Kyle Laren's got the yellow card. Duverne not playing well. I think I might take out Duverne. Bring in Vallo. Now that leaves us with nobody on the bench who can play central defense, so it's probably not a good idea. Yeah, so let's cancel that. Duverne's looking motivated. He's our only guy who can play central defense. So, you know, the emergency plan is if Chevalier or Jaguar gets injured, Duverne drops down to central defense, and then Vallo comes in fullback. All right. We can't take that risk. So 67 minutes in. Good steal by Alberto. Looking around. Gets past one man. Gets it to Boyce. A little bit of a slow play here at midfield as Boyce tries to get forward. Terrible pass. Hotunji bombs it ahead. Jaguar, though, wins it. Andre can't outrace Ring for it. And New York is going to restart the attack. Gribben out wide to Para. Centers it. Nope, Duverne is there. I guess that was a cross. Andre wins it. Loses it. Ring with the shot. Andre's getting out hustled a little bit right now. So let's give the old boys a show some passion. How about that? Rios out wide. Good steal by Alberto. Alberto's defense is underrated. I tell you what. I mean, he's a good offensive player, but defensively he gets a lot of those good steals. To Sovic. To Jaguar. Jaguar gets it forward to Kyle Laren. Petrasso's first time he's touched the ball in a while. He gets it to Boyce. All right, we're getting Boyce out of there. And we're bringing in Johnson. You know what we're going to do. I mean, I probably should drop back to the Z formation, but I'm not going to do it. This has been an incredibly long highlight. Mix gets it forward to Gribben. To Rios. They're still working it forward. Rodrigo on the left. Cross to Para. Easy goal. That was way too easy. Defense just sort of lost track of Para. I mean, it was a good pass. A couple of good passes here. That was nice of Rios to find Rodrigo. Looked a little offside, but that was just perfect pass, and nothing the defense was in position to do anything about. Yeah, let's make our tactical changes. Still up 3-2 aggregate, but we are 1 goal away from losing this game. We're in a winner-take-all situation right now. Whoever scores the next goal could most likely win this. Briggs Hatunji again looking a little bit deflated there on the back end. 58% and 59%. Here we go. Agor gets it forward to Johnson. Johnson to Laren, using that teamwork that they built up all season. Petrasso, back post. Alberto, off the post. We get a corner out of it, though. That should have been the winning goal. Should have been the winning goal, but it was not. Petrasso, corner on the far side now. Sends it up to Chevalier, heads it in. Oof. Dida felt strong enough about that one that he had to go up and grab it. All right. 88 minutes. We're going to do something drastic here. We're going to drop Andre back to Segundo and bring in Lopez for Agor. I just had a feeling about that. Forgive me. 3 minutes of stoppage time. 1 minute. 2 minutes. 3 minutes down. 30 seconds overdue. Duverne with the throw-in. Petrasso. Kyle Laren. There it is. All right. Not an entertaining last 20 minutes of the game, but, you know, we wasted the time that we needed to waste. And look at the player of the match, Jaguar. Oof, he's feeling a little bit tired right now. 24 years old. Played just about every game this season. He's only valued at $325,000 at the moment. That's probably because of his contract is running out, but we have re-signed him already to a new deal. It just doesn't. It's a next year deal, you know what I mean? Like, we signed him to a, what do they call that? A pre-contract? Yeah, pre-contract deal. So he's re-signed. Have no fear. But right now he's not feeling too hot, although he did just have a whale of a game. So anyway, let's go. Dressing room. Pep talk. Good win, boys. Well done. Get out of here. All right, so we had some, some tight moments there. But first leg triumph helps Montreal Impact past NYC 3-2 aggregate. Absolutely. Formation number 2, still storming through the Eastern Conference. So no problems. I mean, kind of problems, but you know what I'm talking about. We got the win, so let's just move ahead. And we're facing New England. Yes, no DC United. Let's take a look at the old competitions here. What do we got? Portland 3-3 defeated Colorado. What's the A for? Is that away goals? Okay. Meanwhile, New England handled DC pretty well, 5-3. And Houston 6-4 over Seattle. All right, so the stage is set now for the conference finals. Portland versus Houston and New England versus Montreal. All right, so we'll get to those games next episode. But for now, that's going to be it. We'll see you later. See you next time. Bye-bye.